Thomas was very excited.
On the island of Sodor.
Sodom.
It's on the island of Sodom.
Sodom.
Thomas and... Was there a George? I feel like there was a George. Percy were buggering behind the train sheds. Just next to that
sheds.
Just next to that harrowing tunnel where they bricked a train in.
James.
So it's got to stay there forever.
And next to the little shed where the other train got taken off the rails and just turned into a generator.
Oh my!
For being
goodness
naughty.
me. The Fat Controller laughed. You are wrong. Do you remember that bit where the little coal cart was warned about going too fast, and then he went really fast, and he flew off the tracks and just disintegrated practically into a million pieces of wood?
Fucking dies. Right,
Jesus Christ, said Thomas.
Fucking loaded.
That's fucking metal, said Percy.
Gnarly dude, said Gordon.
Over the top flew Harold, who kept an eye on the whole sticky situation. I swear sometimes they were carrying jam and stuff, and they did just want to do slow-mo train crashes where jam went everywhere. And why are the trains carrying jam?
That's surely
How do you
unhygienic.
get jam from one end of Sodom to the other, Ben? That's the question.
Well,
By Thomas.
some kind of
Helicopter.
prophylactic, I think.
Right.
All the way through Sodom.
Yeah.
Okay, we ready to start?
We are.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podiots, the official podcast of the Vidiots. I suppose I shouldn't really say YouTube channel, shouldn't I? It's just Vidiots.
Yeah.
It's the Vidiots podcast,
Well,
Podiots.
It still gets uploaded to the YouTube channel.
I suppose we can still say that, right? That'll just be an in-joke for people who were here
Yeah.
at the before times.
I'm getting a telephone call right now. That's good.
Are you really? Is it
Yeah.
your dad again? He called you last time.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. How you doing, Peter? You all right?
I'm all right.
Okay, yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay. Yep.
It's the delivery driver. Claudia accidentally used my account, so
Oh,
I'm in charge.
you mean
Hang on.
you've been charged?
Yeah.
But where's he gone to? Oh, you're just calling Claudia.
Yeah, so sorry,
Well,
guys.
No, it's fine. We'll let you do this first.
Yeah.
It's important.
No, this is it's a burger and donuts.
Oh, what a combination.
Very good combination.
Okay. You're...
Sorry, I'm really sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. It's all right. This happens sometimes. Peter's on his phone now as well.
Yeah.
I'll just look for a thing while...
It's a conversational podcast. It's, it's a podcast where...
Are we actually doing this?
Where we obey the rules of the 3 O's.
I'm really sorry.
Where everybody brings a thing
Claudia, answer.
along
To
talk about. We've got some questions from you guys as well.
Yeah.
And this is now a weekly podcast, as you may have heard. I would like to start
Hello?
the podcast off by just saying that
Claudia?
that merchandise is now available.
Yeah, it's
Store.yogscast.com.
Yeah.
We've got hoodies. We've got
Claudia?
a new T-shirt.
That's how you can support us by
It's
buying
just-
the
Just
merch.
do that.
She's answered the phone, but it's just
Also
the sound of her walking.
It just gets worse and worse.
The VS1 shirt's back in stock
Claudia?
as well. If you want the VS1 shirt,
Yeah,
then
it
that's
used to
fine
be
as
an
well.
exclusive T-shirt, but it's now for
It's
some
now just
reason
available
come back.
all the time, so that also
Yeah.
works.
The delivery guy's here. Hello?
Shout.
Well, we're going to kick it off with a question
What the fuck?
from Tom Carey at AFC
Claudia,
17
you've answered
Carey.
the phone, but you're not talking.
What's the most expensive item of clothing you've ever bought? Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, it's
Yeah.
probably a suit.
Right,
There's
yeah,
people
me too.
talking in the background. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hi, did you get your food okay?
Yeah, I think he's outside.
Yeah, he is. Sorry, you're on the podcast right now as well.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Why did she answer for a minute?
Very strange.
I think he's outside. He is.
It's a conversational podcast.
Yeah, it's where we basically obey the rules of the 3 O's, where everybody brings a
thing along to talk about.
My name is Ben.
My name's Peter.
My name's Michael.
Yep, just there. Thank you, Dave.
Oh, cheers, Dave.
That's great.
Dave.
Oh, Dave, you're a star.
Yeah.
Drinks?
Yes, please.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd
What
look
about
for Dr. Pepper.
rashes?
Rashers
Yeah.
on toast?
Yeah.
Oh,
Toast.
lovely.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I have rashers on pig? Like still an alive one? Is that...
Well,
No,
pig,
that's
pig in
weird.
blanket.
That's-
Just
Yeah.
a living pig in a blanket.
What about rashers in woolen blankets? Is that...
Rashers in woolen blankets on pigs.
On pigs, yeah.
And
Yeah.
for you, MJ?
I'll just have a portobello mushroom, please. A bit of salt and pepper on it.
Just a single unchopped.
Yep, uncooked, raw portobello mushroom. Thank you very
Thanks,
much, Dave.
Dave.
Thank you,
It's a
Dave.
pleasure, guys.
At Dave
Thanks
on
a
Twitter.
lot.
At Dave.
At Dave on Twitter, please.
Cheers,
do
Dave.
follow
Thanks,
him.
Dave.
Bye,
Oh,
Dave.
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 Peter, one more sentence than you knew.
I also want to lie down and have a poo.
No, I didn't say that.
You did
You
say
did.
that. It
I-
wasn't on record, but you definitely said you want to lie down and have a poo.
I said I wanted to lie down, and then I said, but actually I want to have a poo before.
Wait, so you telling me you didn't get him saying that recording?
No, sadly
you
not,
did
no.
just get me repeating it. Yeah. So now I'm on record.
Now you're the floor pooer.
saying I want to lie down and what did you say?
I want to lie down with somebody.
I want to get into bed and do a shit is what
There
you
we
said.
go. That's
That's
now we've got Peter
verbatim.
saying it
Verbatim.
again. Yeah.
But I've been to slightly poncy restaurants before where you order some cheese at the end.
have a
and
cheese
they bring
board.
you, yeah, the cheese board, which does have like grapes and stuff on it. Sometimes comes with little slices of apple, but also like sweet.
Oh my god,
chutney,
that's my favourite snack. Smoked, what was it?
applewood cheddar,
with a bit of apple.
but like I've had cheese arrive with
You don't
like
get to call me weird.
sweet chutneys and jams and
off.
stuff. And if you put just like a little dab of like a sweet, you both just dabbed right in front of me in perfect sync. You did the same arms.
You shouldn't have said it.
As I was doing that, I was thinking, no one's going to know about this. This is our own little thing. And
If you put a little dab, thank you, gents,
no, little dab.
of like some kind of sweet preserve on cheese, it can be very nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't believe you.
Well, you eat malted
you're
milk.
you're a fucking liar. I don't
Not
eat
even
malted
with
milk.
cheese.
It was my
Just you eat
first year of
malted milk.
university. I got sent a Tesco Value biscuit selection
Do you know
pack,
who
and that
should
was the
settle
last
this?
one I had. What's that?
We should ring someone
Oh,
to
yeah.
settle this. Someone who's not currently in the
Hello,
office.
Rosebus.
No, not the
No,
rules boss.
Okay, the rules
Okay.
boss.
Go away, rules boss.
Okay.
Goodbye, rules boss.
Hello, goodbye.
Oh, you're just making. you're
Sorry,
about
yeah, I
to-
don't know. That's
very
going to
nice.
sound terrible on the audio.
I know where he is today. It's unbelievable.
Do you think your mouth's going to be
Unbelievable,
opening in
Jeff.
sync with the ring rings?
Should be.
On the video.
Do you want to know how stereotyped this guy is?
Yeah.
He's currently going around a Guinness factory.
Benny boy.
Oh my god!
As if
Hey,
he-
Dave.
How's it going?
You alright, man? What's happening?
Not much. Are you still at the Guinness factory?
I'm in the Guinness Storehouse now.
That's
yeah,
not
in
real.
The coffee bar on the 7th floor with Shane and Terps and Ross.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, they're in
Yeah.
Ireland, aren't they?
Great L time all together.
Oh.
Are you doing it without me? Are you going ahead without me?
Again, yeah, because you're not here.
Oh,
You're flouncing
Look
around
here,
being
I
a
hope-
stereotype.
You can have an input on the cheese debate. Though.
I
That's
hope
why
you
we're
guys
doing it.
have the juiciest topic for today.
We've got a question for you, though, Dave.
Okay.
We're talking about cheese and biscuits, and we're trying to discover the best kind of biscuit cracker. You know, we're asking people to nominate us for a podcast award at the moment. Anyway, we're just
This
wondering if you
premium
could
quality.
if you could weigh in and give us your favourite cheese biscuit.
So, it's my favourite cheese or my favourite...
Well,
Cracker.
both, but cracker mainly.
So, crackers. I like the one with the rosemary kind, you know?
Rosemary.
Cracker
Wow.
with a rosemary kind of a...
Yeah, good
That'd
shout.
send you off
I
to
suppose.
sleep. That's nice.
If you don't have access to some fancy crackers, I'd always recommend a tuck.
Oh,
I took. Yeah, they're cheesy took. They're pretty good.
Not what I expected.
What's the best?
Dave, have you ever had one with a
Sorry,
Hovis biscuit?
Just dip in some chopped
Sorry.
up loaf of bread. Oh, lads, get
He
me
goes
all
from
up here
fucking
now.
Hang on, Dave. They're having a meltdown.
Dave. He goes from rosemary infused crackers to. But if you haven't got a rosemary cracker, a tuck'll do. Just have a tuck.
I can barely hear you guys. It's pretty
Yeah,
loud.
Yeah,
probably
he can't
just as
hear
well.
me.
They're taking the
I'm
piss
way
out of you,
across the
Dave.
room.
we're not.
No, not at all. Not at all.
They're being so rude.
Come here. Can I say roll the intro? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Before you do, though, can we get a couple of Rio Tropicanas and a partridge in a pear tree cider, please?
On the way.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks,
Go,
Dave.
go for
Have
it.
a good one, lads.
Thanks, Dave.
Have a good one. Cheers. Good luck.
Bye.
He's not going to roll the
He
intro.
didn't even fucking say it.
Oh, for God's sake.
Roll the intro.
Forward intro.
If you haven't got that, just have a tuck.
Rosemary
What the fuck
infused.
was that? A rosemary infused
Fanciest
cracker.
fucking biscuit. If not, just have just break
I
off
would
a corner of
recommend
the
a tuck.
fucking floorboards and have that instead.
Just have cheese on cheese. Just get a cheese and bake it and
Bake
have
the cheese.
I recommend a tuck.
Fuck's sake, Dave. You asshole.
This podcast, it's a conversational podcast. We take questions from you guys at home, as well as sort of obeying the rules.
Do you have any
The
homeless
three-
listeners?
the
Who say you at
homeless
home? Some people don't have homes.
Well, you listening there.
How do you listen to a podcast if you don't have a home?
Because you plug the phone into your house to listen.
No.
You can have a phone.
Is it like
Most people have phones.
sort of a
Wait,
Disney
no.
pie on the windowsill type situation? They hear Podiots and they float towards it.
Where do you get the electricity from if you live on the street?
Batteries.
Yep, there's power banks. They live in shelters and stuff.
Where do you get the data from?
Money.
If you've got money, why don't you have a house?
Or maybe they've stolen a phone.
Is this serious?
Well, not quite.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, I don't
If you
think
have money
it's...
for a phone, how come you can't afford a mortgage?
Look,
Yeah.
shut up.
You're feeding your dog.
Shut.
What are you doing on the street?
Just shut up. Shut up about it. There's a big homeless population here.
What's that got to do with it?
Zombies.
What?
I'm sorry?
Like infecting people who are out and about. They've got nowhere to go.
I guess, but
They can't use their phones, can they, Peter? To
Don't
Google,
turn this on me.
to Google for help.
Don't you try and shield yourself from your own slightly problematic statement that there's a big
I don't think
homeless
that's a
population.
problematic statement.
Zombies.
It's a zombie invasion. We're in Bristol, and there's a
don't-
huge homeless population here.
What's
That's
that?
not going to
I
I
spell.
don't
understand.
think owning a home is going to stop it from going outside
Yeah.
at some point.
No. I
It
just
has a-
mean, as in, there's likely to be more zombies because there are people on the streets already.
Who can't get somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
The leading cause of the zombie invasion, the homeless.
I mean, in Bristol, yes.
Yeah.
And don't get me started on the drug enthusiasts.
Oh, jeez.
They already act like
Okay, let's
zombies.
get back- let's get
so
back-
enthusiastic.
Tell you what, if they just got a job, then it would be fine, wouldn't it?
We're talking about bacterial zombies, not drug zombies.
Okay, it's not spice or whatever
No,
it's
not
called.
spice
Bath
zombies.
salts.
Yeah, bath salts.
Oh, is that where they come from? Bath, up the train tracks. That's probably-
That's
Yeah.
it. They all come down on the train
Yeah.
and they sit on the corner and they get infected. I distinctly remember a car ride with my parents where I was being a grumpy boy,
Yeah.
which I know is difficult to imagine,
Yeah.
rather than a grumpy man. And I was saying I don't want to do it. I don't like it. And I remember my mum turning to me and sort of snapping and saying, "Look, if you don't make any effort to do anything interesting or creative,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like a really boring person." I was like, "Shit, that fucking hurt."
Wow.
Ended
I
up.
will not have a boring son. You will learn an instrument.
It's okay. I grew up really weird. It's fine.
She's like, look, for years you've been the most tedious child. I finally got
Look
you
at
playing
you. You
this
just
guitar.
sit there. You don't even do anything. You're like a dog with no brain.
I've had a moment's respite while you've been playing this guitar, and now you want to give it up and be boring again.
I will not have a boring son.
I was always
How
told.
old are you at this point?
I don't know. It was probably still primary school age or maybe very early
Imagine
secondary
your
school.
mum turning around to you and threatening you.
I
You
don't
will
want
be
you to
boring.
Yeah, I think it's just the kind of thing that parents sort of reach a breaking point and just like, oh, would you just shut the fuck up?
Ben's mum turned to him in the car one day when he was a little lad and said, "Ben, you need to find a favourite serial killer, or else you'll be boring
You'll
for the
be
rest of your life."
boring.
Boring. Find someone who murdered people and idolize him.
Boring boy.
Otherwise, you'll be boring.
Star Wars. So Rey was dumped.
Who's Rey?
Rey is just a lady who we don't even know
What's
her
a
surname.
lady?
What's a lady?
Just or man. She might be a man.
Right.
You know, it's 2018.
Yeah.
She was dumped on a planet called Jakku by presumably her parents, and
Yes.
she wanted to wait for them to come back. But then she got embroiled in a whole thing with Finn, who was a defector from the Empire, and BB-8, and BB-8's dad, Poe Dameron. And she ended up getting wrapped up in the Resistance and helping blow up Starkiller Base, where Han Sorbo died, and his
His trusty pet Maraca
his pet capuchin
shot Ben Swallow.
Swallers, Benny Swallers.
Yeah.
I don't even need to see the film. Thanks,
Yeah.
Peter.
And the whole time, Luke Skywalker is not there. And they're like, oh, we really want
Luke Skywalker.
Starkiller to come back because we love him and he would help us. And in the next film, they find out using a piece of map that was inside of R2-D2 the whole time, unhelpfully.
Really?
He was just fucking asleep. And then at the end, he's like, oh, sorry, did you want this? And then
Here you go.
Ray and Maraka go and find Starwalter
On the Millionaire Falcon.
on the Millionaire Falcon on a...
He's in Ireland.
Yeah, he's in Ireland. He's just in an island, on an island in Ireland.
Yeah.
And Luke's like, I'm not coming back. I hate Kaloran.
Watch me suck this big alien titty.
Yeah,
Delicious.
I love that milk.
Nom, 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 nom.
Reminds me of Aunt Beru's tasty breakfast beverage. Meanwhile, there's just a spaceship being chased by a spaceship for the entire fucking film.
Yes, there is.
Which eventually lands on Hoth 2. That's what it was called, I think. Hoth 2. Salty Hoth. And
Off to Electric Boogaloo.
yeah, and they're about to get blown up because Finn and Rose, that's not what her name was, but Rose Dameron, they went to try and stop them being chased by the Empire Resistance, no, the First Order, but it didn't happen.
They ended up in a Guardians of the Galaxy film.
Yeah, they were in the
briefly.
Guardians of the Galaxy, they rode a horse, and then they came back and nothing had been fixed. And so the salty base is being attacked, and then a ghost hologram man of Luke Starwalter appears and saves Lurk
Skywalter.
Lurk Stalwart,
Yeah.
and he saves the day, and then he does a die, and
Yeah, he doesn't die in Ireland. Where
in Ireland, he's still in Ireland. It turns out he's just using one of those overhead projectors,
Skype, yeah.
Skype,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
one of those. And then Ray,
Michael's rubbing his eyes.
Ray,
This is not. I've got sore eyes right now.
and
They're
Ray
also
lifts a
confused.
rock, and then she's the new king of the Jedis.
Yes, I
or
think that's
queen, or queen, and then a boy lifts a broom. Remember?
Yeah.
And that's
That
what
was meant to be
happened.
the film, right? That was meant to be the film that like changed things and did daring stuff, and it was actually quite a bit tedious.
I
Really.
didn't like it that much.
It wasn't amazing.
Smithy hated it. Me
Did
and
he?
him have had two conversations in the kitchen.
That's more than one.
Two, yeah.
That's more than one.
It warranted a
That's when you're
second
serious.
conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So what happens next? We've got Ben Swallow, who's kind of good but not.
yeah.
We've got Ray.
Ray Kenobi.
Ray
She's not.
Kenobi.
It
We
turned
don't
out
know
her
who she-
parents just sell junk.
That was just a total misdirect.
When
they
it's-
set that up as a huge thing, and then it was like, no, your parents were no one. It was like, right, well, that was one of the biggest hooks about this.
They were junk
this series.
traders, which I think is actually a street term for drugs. They,
Nice.
they
Cool.
sell like
Ah, sick.
marijuana or
That's
something.
pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Snoke was no one either.
Yeah.
See, this is
Oh,
what
what?
annoyed me. I know the question was what's going to happen in the next one, but I just want to say the thing that really annoyed me the most is that there were two big questions to answer. And if you want to throw away one of them, that's fine. If you want to either make Snoke nobody or Rey have no parents or not significant parents, fine. But don't do both, because those were the two biggest questions people were thinking going in.
Yeah.
And they both... Literally,
Shat all of your dreams.
Was it Ryan Johnson? Yeah. He got a camera, turned it and put it flush against his McNuggies and did a shit on the lens, is what he did.
He certainly did, Peter.
And then laughed at us all.
It was uncomfortable viewing, but we all paid for it. Some of us
Anyway,
more than once.
Slurped it up.
The next episode is going to be Jabrams again. He's doing it.
Yeah.
And he
With his lens
did
flare.
an all right job of the first one of the new trilogy. So I think it could be, hopefully, another fun romp.
Is he writing it?
I think he might be, and given that he was clearly trying to set some stuff up with Rey and Snoke in the initial one, I'm hoping he's going to do just like, oh, what we told you in the previous episode was true from a certain point of view. And it's actually going to turn out, yeah, your parents were just junk traders, but your granddad...
But they sold drugs to Ben Kenobi.
Your granddad was Obi-Wan Kenobi, or Snoke was sort of nobody, or is dead, but he's not dead and gone from the trilogy because he's now just some sort of monster ghost or something.
The Rancor.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think maybe Swallow will come back from the bad side, and like there'll probably be a ghost Luke in it. I think he's going to come back, and Princess Leela is going to be dead at the end.
Yeah, like that was another stupid part of the film where she fucking Supermaned her way back into the ship.
Yeah, it looked like
That
she was gonna
so
die.
That's the one bit of the film I've
stupid.
seen just because of GIFs on the internet.
It's
and it
so
looks fucking
comedic.
ridiculous.
Like it's
Mary
people were
Poppins.
laughing at the midnight showing we went to. It's like,
Oh,
what were you
no.
trying to achieve with that? What were you doing?
It's just the way it was presented. I think as a concept, Leia getting blasted out into space and using the Force to make her way back would have been totally fine.
Cool, even.
Cool, even.
Apart from the fact she Mary Poppins her way back.
Yeah, she may as well have had
very cool.
a carpet bag and an umbrella above her head. But it was just the way it was presented, like the shot and the motion that she did. That's what made it look silly.
Dumb.
Allegedly, I don't know if this is true, but she's already shot all of her scenes for the last one, like before she died. But
really?
I don't see why they would have done that.
Yeah, that's shooting very far in advance there. That's a bit...
Because no one else has done that, as far as I'm aware.
Maybe the new... Right,
Gosh.
Come on, Carrie,
Maybe I thought
got to get this done. You don't have much time left.
Jesus.
Your death clock's ticking.
So I don't know in answer to your question, but that's what happened in the previous two films.
Thanks, Peter.
In a nutshell.
Well, first we go to Ryan with a W.
Oh, we're Ryan, who we drew.
Ryan.
Yeah, at SatireTron on Twitter. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Also, would you be a hero or a villain?
I'd first like to apologise to Ryan for being so confused and ambiguous about Ryan's gender.
All the comments thought he was a girl as well.
Yeah. Is Ryan? I still don't know.
No, Ryan is a boy.
Yeah.
Ryan is a boy, yeah.
Right, I thought he was a boy.
No, everyone in the comments was like so adamant, oh, that's a girl,
And
guys.
my
That's
dad's...
a girl.
Have you confirmed this?
Yeah, I'm like 99% sure. I scrolled through the Twitter, found some other pictures of him as, well,
as a boy.
Not to, people don't have to conform to gender binaries, but he did look quite boyish.
Right.
I feel like...
We might have gone wrong again here, and she might actually be a lady, but...
There we go. Thanks, Ruthaean.
So in apologising for
You've
the
made it way
mistakes that
worse.
I've made it massively
You've made it
worse. Well, I was
so
hoping
much worse.
I was hoping that Michael wouldn't fall to either side of the fence. He could have just said, "Yeah, sorry, Ryan, about your gender."
I fully fell
But
on the
he is
boy
committed to the fact that you are a boy.
Yeah.
I really hope you are now, but we're carrying on.
Ryan, I'm going to reply to his tweet.
Ryan.
And hopefully by the end of
Ryan, I would have the power of flight.
I would have the power of not digging terrible social holes in podcasts.
Socials.
I think you'd still find a way to do it.
I would.
While you were talking, I did tweet Ryan there, Ryan, and we have confirmation. I am a man.
Okay.
Good.
That makes me feel a lot better, because if it was I am a lady, we should have got it because of the breasts and the lipstick.
We don't... You're still... That hole.
Yeah, it's a dangerous hole.
We've got an answer now.
I'm going to continue.
You don't need to go back into it.
But fortunately...
What are you doing, man?
It's
Get
a
out
man.
It can't be a woman. She wasn't in the kitchen.
Whoa, Michael. Come on now.
I would like the power of flight.
My point is...
If I could fly fast.
It was
away from
fly
this
away from this conversation. My point is, it was a man who had...
Oh my God.
He'd stuffed his top and he'd put lipstick on.
Yes.
So it was okay that we thought he might be a woman.
Fine.
Whereas if it was a
Does it
woman
make
dressed as a woman and we thought, oh, is that a man? And she's just got breasts and lipstick and we're going, no, that's a man.
Can we please move on?
That would be really bad.
Do you feel better now, Peter?
I do feel so much better.
Okay, good, fine.
God, I'm usually the one that steers us into bad territory, but Peter's just going all out there.
Oh, I'm done.
Now I know how you guys feel.
I can
sorry.
sleep now. I've not slept since that video went out.
Oh, that's like 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look how fat this macaque is.
Oh no.
That's a thick boy.
That's like a city macaque, isn't it? Where
that's
it
an absolute unit.
just gets fed by
Size
tourists
of that
all
lad.
the time.
Thailand's famous macaque, Uncle Fat, has been placed
Uncle
on a
Fat.
diet.
That's so uninventive. You're right, Uncle Fat.
Uncle Fat.
Nice one.
God.
Nice one, Dave. That's a really good one.
That's one word I miss from Sunderland is whopper, for someone who's just an idiot. What an absolute whopper.
Yeah, fucking wop.
Oh.
What?
Oh, that sounds like
that's
a slur, doesn't it?
That is a slur.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
What does it mean?
Oh shit!
We'll keep this in, but Peter didn't mean it. It's just
Oh
this
my
is an educational
God.
thing now.
Oh, it's standards without papers. It used to be referring to Italian immigrants.
Oh no!
Oh,
Well, because that's maybe I've heard that, and that's because you said it's like a derogatory term for an idiot, and I just said wop, thinking that sounds worse than whopper. I'd call someone a wop if it was me.
Yeah, that's a
what's a
genuine
positive
racist
term for an idiot? If that's a derogatory one, what's a good term for an idiot?
Michael Johnson.
Buffoon.
Johnson.
Michael Johnson.
That's pretty good.
My apologies for using an Italian slur.
Anti-Italian.
Oh, well, yes. Not a pro-Italian slur. God.
Well, we all learned something today. This episode will be called WOP.
No.
Home of the Whopper.
Oh, God, home of the WOP. No,
Fucking
we
hell.
can't do that.
Oh, Jesus
Well, this is the worst thing
Christ.
we've done.
We love all of our listeners.
We do.
Equally.
Especially the wops.
Especially. No, stop.
I'm glad you guys are saying this shit now because
I think that was the worst. I've done the worst.
That was the worst one. Can the bar go any lower? I'll give you guys
down
10
with
seconds.
Italy, maybe.
Mussolini was right.
Yeah.
It's no, I'm not going to do it.
Right. Good. Okay.
Well, that's it. The 10 seconds are up now. Michael officially scored lowest on the poll there.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail. Nog. What?
Don't say it on its own.
Eggnog. What kind of country would invent eggnog?
Well, that's you might actually find yourself with the correct answer if you ask yourself.
Who invented nog?
I want to say Germany, but no.
It's a strange word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nog.
Nog.
If we're talking about history, think
of the
the famous
conquest.
nogs. What are you talking about? What am I meant to think of here?
it was England.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Where does nogs come from in England?
Well, just because, we're imperialist slavers and
suppose.
terrible people anyone who's different to us, they come out with words like that.
Oh, fair.
So
I don't think that's why they call it eggnog,
right, I was
though.
going to say, just slam on Britain there for a second. I don't know that we really continued the strong tradition of the nog, did we?
No, sadly.
Nobody
not.
really. It's more,
please.
Sadly,
more mulled
nog.
wine than nog, isn't it?
Yeah, mulled wine's good though.
Yeah.
Nog is a bit too rich.
Yeah. What do you think, Peter? Do you like nog?
I don't want to involve myself in any
You don't
more.
want to say the
Are
word.
you not a nog fan?
No,
Oh, Jesus.
Number one nog fan.
absolutely not.
Welcome to the Nogs cast.
Oh my God.
That does sound like a slur.
Yeah. Okay.
As a wee nip. That's a racial term. As a wee nip.
Is it?
Nip is, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
How is nip a racial? Which one? Who are we offending now?
But nipper is okay.
Yeah, and I should
a
have
nip
finished.
is short for nipple.
Yeah, it
We're
is.
offending people with nipples. As we nippers. I was going to say we nipples.
As we
nipples.
nipples.
The weirdest bit of my childhood is the time a group of kids were playing with a brick by the garages near my house. They essentially tied a piece of rope around a brick and were just swinging it around, having fun. Just, woo, got a brick on a string.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I think I was like 8, 9 years old. I just ran in the path of the brick and it knocked me out.
Oh my god!
And I just ran home like vision blurred, like. Wah!
Oh,
And
that
my-
explains
Jesus.
everything.
Yeah, and my mum just put me in the bath with a bit of what's it called, like the disinfectant stuff.
Oh, Dettol.
Dettol, yeah, put me in a bath with that.
had a
Oh, you're
Dettol
fine.
bath.
Didn't go to hospital. I just had a bath of Dettol and it sorted me out.
But
God.
I don't think the issue was germs. Like,
Do you
why
still
did
have
she
a
give you
concussion now? Do you think?
Probably. I just explain a lot.
She gave you a Dettol. You
I think it was
had
just so like
concussion.
the wound wasn't. Yeah.
The most British thing about your childhood / life that no one else would understand. Well, I headbutted a brick when I was a ween, and I had a bath in chemicals.
You know, I told you about the one Christmas when the priest at church asked what we'd all got for Christmas.
Yeah.
The first boy that he asked, he wandered over to me with the microphone. He said, "Oh, have you opened a present yet?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm allowed to open one present before I come to church in the morning." And he said, "Oh, and what did you get?" And he just went, with no explanation, he just went, "I got some Twizzle sticks." And that was it. And then he just moved on to the next kid.
Right, thanks, son.
And since then, me and my siblings have frequently said to each other, "Twizzle sticks." It's an in-joke.
I think I'm sure I've surely received something weird, as a birthday present from a friend, but I just can't think of one. I very nearly spent like 200 quid on a puppet of Ellen DeGeneres.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like
200 quid?
It was a really scary looking puppet. It's quite funny. But then before I just decided to commit to buying it, Ellen bought it herself, and it featured on the show. So yeah,
Oh
I
my
missed out. I could
God.
have owned a famous puppet.
Could have sold it to Ellen for profit.
Oh, damn it.
Ben, are you Googling Twizzle sticks?
Yeah, Urban Dictionary defines twizzle stick as a dope pipe. Another word
Right.
for
Twizzle sticks.
for a glass dick. Yo, man, load up the twizzle stick and let's start tweaking.
Well, that's definitely what the 9-year-old boy
I got
was.
2 grams. Let's load up the twizzle stick.
What did you get for Christmas this morning? I'm only allowed to open one present
I got
before
a
church.
dope pipe.
And I got a
My
glass,
heroin's coming later tonight.
a glass penis.
Just bought some headphones from Vidiots, and I'm going to get a glass dick.
Great. Twizzle sticks. Plural. He got 2 glass dicks.
I mean, nobody needs more than one. It's selfish and greedy, really.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Crimbles.
The worst telling off I've ever had. I don't think he even got told off. It's just me and a friend stole a cigarette and we smoked it behind the back of our shed, my parents' shed.
Did you really smoke it, though, or did you just sort of get it in your mouth and then exhale it?
Don't really remember, but it was probably like very childlike. Just this is
naughty,
hot.
very naughty. Dainton? No, you
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
The later in the day, one of the kids we were with knocked on my house.
Yeah.
And like my dad answered the door. I was like, I just want to let you know Michael smoked a cigarette earlier
my
today.
God.
Wow.
And I was upstairs like
What an asshole.
screaming like, no, inconsolable mess.
Fuck.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing, James?
Yeah.
You fucking prick.
Fuck you, James.
You
James, you
asshole.
asshole.
James McPrick.
Yeah.
And then, like, my dad went across, because it was, like, me and my friend Jono, he went to cross over to, like, his house and to confer story, see what had actually happened. Because I said, he forced me to do it. Which is bullshit.
Oh, no.
He
So
put it
then
in
you
my
were the
mouth.
bad guy.
Yeah, but it's just, I just remember, like, the heart-sinking feeling of him, the door knocking, seeing who it was, just going, oh, he's going to taddle.
Why would he do that?
It was just
though?
like this goody two-shoes prick.
So
What an
did he?
asshole.
Did he not smoke it? He just knew that you'd smoked it.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
okay.
thought, well, let's get some fucking
What a
payback.
knob.
What a bad boy.
It's known to many as just the soup incident.
Oh, okay. I wasn't in that day.
Oh, you missed
But I
out.
saw the aftermath.
It was the
Yeah.
anniversary of the soup incident. Time
Yeah,
of recording.
'cause, several people have asked for the story to be told on Podiots, so
there we
I guess
go.
it works
Yeah,
quite
perfect.
nicely. So yeah, I think 1 year ago, about a week ago now, well, 1 year and 1 week now for this podcast's air date, but I was walking into the kitchen at What Culture with a pot of soup in one hand and an empty belly in the other, waiting.
jaunty, skipping your step.
Skipping along.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm ready to eat my soup. And as I was walking in, I saw Adam Nicholas, just nice, quiet, sitting at the table on his phone, just having a nice relax, as you do. As
Nicely
it's lunchtime.
dressed, as usual.
Oh, always well. He's a well-dressed lad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that plays into the story.
It does, yeah.
As I approached him, I was like, "Oi, Nicholas," and I lifted up my soup pot, and I leaned back, and I pretended to throw it, like I did a
So
slow.
you mimed.
I mimed I was going to throw at him as, a funny joke.
That is funny.
You thought I was going to throw the soup at you.
Aha.
But in the upper arc, I accidentally squeezed the pot and the lid flew off. And I carried on the motion and essentially flung 600 millilitres of soup, carrot and coriander,
Yeah,
directly
yellowy
at him.
orange.
Hey, Adam Nicholas, what? Splat. What the fuck is wrong with you, you
Why would you
asshole?
do
Why
that?
would you even think
I remember, because it was like at the point in the motion where I couldn't really stop. It was going through, and I felt it just get lighter. And then it
Slow motion, was it?
genuinely, it felt like slow motion. The soup just rained from the sky, and just the sound of.
No.
So he got fucking drenched in soup.
He did.
And the carpet surrounding him was stained yellow.
Still stained.
You then went and got a mop and mopped the
Well,
carpet.
it's not even that. There's another bit in between where the whole office
Oh,
came.
everyone
Because
came round.
we both stood there for like 5 seconds, like, fuck. Well, I'm so sorry. And then, I think I went back into the main area to get, something to clean it up. And then people were like, oh, what are you getting that for? Just throwing their soup all over Adam. So, what? And at this point, the whole office comes, stands in a line, and watches as I fruitlessly attempt to mop up the
Take
soup.
pictures.
Yeah, everyone tweeted about it that day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you think you might get fired for dirtying the carpet?
No,
People have been fired for less, I'll say that much.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't think I'd get fired. I was just like, fuck's sake.
Really wanted that soup.
Yeah. Didn't even
Did
get
you
the
lick
fuck
it
out
off the floor?
I didn't.
Did you lick it off Adam?
Yeah. That was my next question.
Should have done.
I shouldn't.
A handsome man.
Yeah. I fucked it that day.
Yeah.
And now, that's genuinely changed me as a human. Whenever I'm shaking soup, I have, fingers on top of the carton to make sure
Oh,
nothing comes
wow.
out. I don't pretend to throw soup at anyone
No,
anymore.
behaviour.
no more pretending
No,
to
you-
throw. He doesn't throw anything anymore.
No,
No.
not at all.
Doesn't even. He's never raised his arms above his head since.
It was just too scary. And yeah, that's probably one. Yeah, that was just bad. That was just
That's your
bad. It
guy.
was the baddest.
Boppis Johnson.
Boris Johnson.
So we might accidentally start saying Boppis a lot. And I don't know that there's ever going to be any context given for it. If you want to Google just Boppis meme, there was...
So every time I hear it, it's
Does it actually come up if you Google
Yeah,
Boppis
it's
meme?
on
Does
Know Your
it?
Meme,
Okay.
I think. Yeah,
B-O-P-I-S.
there's a
Boppis.
photo of some American supermarket where they've written, buy online,
pick up in store, and they've abbreviated it to Boppis.
Boppis.
And we just think it's a really funny word.
It's such a Brian Butterfield word.
It is.
We spent 3 days just saying it to each other back in Newcastle.
We've just
It was
started
mad.
inserting it into like conversations and puns. Boppis Johnson, Elvis, Boppis Presley, and all sorts of other stuff.
Mary Boppins.
Yeah, exact. Mary Boppis.
It's the worst thing to ever happen to us. But
It's
I love
awful.
it.
So if you hear it, like, we won't explain it again, but if you hear it, you know why, and it's involuntary. We can't help it.
We've got a serious problem.
It's just part of who we are now. I didn't take it out and play with it. It sounds like this sentence
Where's
is going
this going?
somewhere else.
Sorry.
But I also peaked
Yeah.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh,
2
no way.
years ago.
You should
Ben.
know better.
I should know better. I asked for Pokemon Sun on 3DS, and I really wanted to play it. And I really wanted to play it on Christmas Day.
Right.
So I hunted around the present pile,
Yeah.
and I found what felt like a 3DS box.
So it was
and
wrapped?
I made, oh yeah, but I
Mine wasn't
wanted to
wrapped
make sure that
at
it
the
was
time.
like one of the next presents, that because we go round like one at a
Yeah.
time. I just wanted to ensure that like I got that sooner rather than later, just so I could start playing it.
Oh my
So this was on Christmas Day.
This was on Christmas
So
Day.
you peaked so that you knew that you would get it soon.
But as a fully grown adult,
Right.
Yeah, just
human
like,
being
where's my Pokemon?
who pays tax. Yeah, I want my Pokemon soon, please. So
Bad.
I can say I can play it in the same room. I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I just want it soon.
See, I was only at 11, I think, at the
Yeah,
time.
see,
Yeah,
mine's
that's
more
okay.
inexcusable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just awful.
I wanted to make you feel better.
Thank you.
Do you feel better?
I feel much better.
Good, I feel worse.
My parents now hate you, not me.
Well, that's okay. But on the one hand, you've got KFC, and on the other hand, you've got Churchill, the insurance
Oh,
dog.
fuck,
I thought you were
yeah.
going to say KFC, but the K stands for Korea.
What?
The dog's over there.
Yeah, but it'd still be fried chicken.
Yeah, Korean fried chicken.
We're
is
leaving that
probably
in?
dog meat.
Are we leaving?
I don't know. Well, they do. It's not racist to say that they eat
To be fair, my
dog.
Korean housemate did say he did want to eat dogs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think
That's
Korean.
fine. I just don't understand where the FC would go.
If you have fried chicken in Korea, it's probably not chicken.
Right, okay,
okay.
that's the bit that's...
Right, okay, there's the
Right.
missing link.
Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not because it's cheaper to just use a stray dog.
Okay, but it's... Okay.
What I'm saying is,
How
you
the
can't
fuck is it cheaper to get a dog than a chicken?
strays.
You can just... The chickens are... There's literal
Chickens are
farms of
shit.
chickens.
Look at them. They're rubbish. They're tiny little dinosaur
I don't
things.
know.
They're everywhere.
They've beat monkeys, so they're not that shit.
My point is, in terms of being able to eat something,
Yeah.
you can eat dog. It's from a different culture to you, and doesn't make it bad.
Right.
It does, doesn't it?
I'd rather-
You shouldn't eat a
It's a
dog.
little bit immoral.
I'd rather eat comfortably than...
I thought you said rather eat cum. I'd rather eat cum.
Your mind's all over the place today, Peter Austin.
Quickly go back to Eki Thump. I grew up in a village that didn't have a supermarket, like
Oh, same.
or like a town. I'm not even saying I was in a little village. I was like a reasonably large settlement in Yorkshire, but there just didn't happen to be a supermarket, and you would have to go to the butchers, and then the bakers, and then the candlestick
greengrocers.
makers, the greengrocers.
But look out, here come the horse and carriages.
Yeah.
You might get hit by those.
Yeah, steady. Just don't let your hoop roll into the road there.
Exactly.
You get in trouble.
It's really dangerous.
Yeah.
And here comes the Yorkshire police. Ayo,
Hey up, hey up, hey up.
ayo.
Now then, we'll have nothing. We'll have none of this.
No, stop that. Go on, off you go.
Listen, I know your dad.
Everyone knows everyone's
I
dad.
am
There's
your
only 3
dad.
people in this village. That's the first pizza shop in space.
So the
our knowledge.
Dalai Lama goes into a pizza shop.
It's twice today,
That
Peter.
is
Yeah,
You've
how
said
many
this.
more times can you do this?
Probably every time. someone-
Finish it. Go on.
And he says, "Can you make me one with everything?" Theoretically possible.
You're laughing now at your accent.
It's
more
the
than-
effort you
more
put
than
into it.
the-
I admire.
Yeah.
The pause as well. I have a fun anecdote for you.
Oh yeah.
I was recently speaking to a very near and dear person to me who works in sort of the heart field of
Right.
hospitals.
Yeah.
Is that where Theresa May ran through the
Heart
heart
field. No, she didn't. She didn't go through that.
That's where she left her heart behind. I guess.
She never had one. And they, when they have people in who have had palpitations, and
Emperor Palpatine.
I was waiting for you to fucking say that.
I will not tell this story if you don't pipe down.
Right. I'll pipe down.
Right, back to Winnipeg.
Piper Austin. Piper
Yeah.
down Austin. When they get palpitations and they come in, they have to fill out a form and explain what it was they were doing when they had the palpitations. And they've had various different things. One of the entries was yes to the activity. What activity were you doing when you had palpitations? Yes.
Well, maybe it just says activity during palpitations, and they said yes because there was some activity.
Yes, there was activity. But what was it?
Yes.
Yes. But the best one. See if you can work out what this is. What this means. This is from a sort of a mid-20s male.
Can I make a prediction that it might be a sex thing?
It's potentially a sex thing.
Okay.
And they said, what activity did you do? Furiously grating carrots.
Okay. Furiously grating carrots.
Furiously grating those carrots.
The adjective in there as well. It wasn't just grating carrots. It was
Furiously grating those carrots. And then he was like, my heart's going to explode, help!
Fuck, he's having a great time.
Well,
That's very good. Was that intentional?
Yeah.
Okay,
well
good.
done.
I was disgusted myself
I
after
suppose
that.
the problem he was having is all the blood had rushed into his carrot. And,
Yeah, exactly. And he was busy furiously grating it.
yeah.
Fuck.
This is Michael Kerwin at Infinite Skittles on Twitter.
I recognise the name.
What's the best cereal?
Oh, see, I really like cornflakes. I didn't realise... I think I heard on a podcast or something the other day. Cornflakes were originally invented to
Yeah.
tone down hysteria and madness in people. No, it's to lower
It
people's
was in
sex
Worst
drive.
Games Ever.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's to stop boys monking off. Sorry, that's a horrible phrase.
I've never heard that term in my entire life.
Yeah.
What's that?
monkey.
Masturbating.
Right, thank you.
Mr. Kellogg, and that's not even a joke, like the actual Mr. Kellogg.
Was he friends with Colonel Sanders?
Yeah, Colonel Kellogg. That he was a big fan of people not masturbating,
Right.
Because I think he was like he was like Puritan or something. I don't know.
Oh, some bullshit. Yeah.
Yes, and I don't really understand the logic. I think he thought that if you had a nutritious, well-fed mind, that then you wouldn't feel the need
It's not how it works.
to
I heard it was like-
flagellate yourself.
Because I heard it was something about like spice and stuff like that was bad it would like entice your brain into bad things.
Oh.
So something as plain as possible would help distract the mind from such weird endeavors. Which worst games was this? Because I heard this somewhere else.
It was.
Was this?
It may have been
that's
Dick
right,
My
99
Chinko.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sweet piece of shit.
Oh, I think I was listening to the Super Mega podcast last night while I was going to sleep, and it came up.
I mean, it's classic podcast material.
It is, yeah.
And now
If
we're
we'd not
talking
already
about
talked about it on Worst Games Ever, I may have even brought it to Weird Capetia one day.
Part of the
It's that
initiation
kind
of having a
cut
podcast.
from the same cloth as Jerusalem syndrome, isn't it?
Also, I feel like I should say Fruit Loops as well. I like Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops and cornflakes.
Together.
Ooh, together at last.
I don't really eat cereal, so I would probably just have a bowl full of marshmallows without milk on it and just eat those.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
that
sounds
is
like
a
a good
hearty
cereal.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Or infinite Skittles in a bowl.
Oh God, you'd be so sick.
Yeah, you would.
How many infinite
Sickles.
Skittles could you eat before getting sick? Because I feel like a packet of Skittles is kind of like my barrier for like, I've had enough now.
I could eat most, if not all, of one of those share bags.
Fuck. They just get very sickly.
Oh, yeah, it is just sugar, and then at the end you're like, oh my, what did I just do?
What's
my
my heart
God.
doing?
Your mouth becomes syrup. You just have a film.
Spit syrup.
What were you doing when you felt the palpitations? I ate 3/4 of a bag of Skittles
And I
Yeah.
didn't stop.
and had an existential crisis.
Stop it.
I had a lot of cereal when I was growing up, but it was very, very rarely. Why? What's the problem you got with that?
It's a bit of a weird thing
It's
to
like,
say.
I had a lot of cereal when I was growing up. And, you know, I've travelled up and down
I'm
the
just-
I
country.
used to eat breakfast when I was
Listen.
a boy.
I am
I used to fucking love Cocoa Pops. They were like my supper thing. Before going to bed, I had a bowl of Cocoa Pops.
right.
We were running in the Cocoa Jungle race, and Croc was using steroids.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, continue.
And
Thank
now,
you.
now he's on that Russian Association of Russian Athletes team instead of Russia. He's not allowed to compete anymore, Croc.
Right.
Anyway, continue.
Fucking hell.
Croc was on Crocodile.
Jesus Christ. The reason I said that in such a weird way is because Peter just came from saying that he doesn't eat cereal, which is why I was
it's
saying...
pretty weird.
But it doesn't matter. Ridicule me if you must, and then just go off on the weirdest fucking tangent
I mean, that's
I've
what we
ever heard.
do.
Dope
So-
scandals in the Cocoa Pops jungle race. Yeah.
Yeah, I used.
bet if
We
there's
never
any
had. Oh
junk-
my God!
If there's any
What?
any jungle animal that would use performance enhancing drugs, it'd be the cheetah.
Oh, that was worth it, actually. That was worth it. Ben, please.
That was a genuine bit of anger from Ben. He's genuinely clenching his fists.
I wish Dave was here. But stop
Clenching
punching
your fists.
Punch him in his face.
Not me.
Yeah, we never had treaty cereal.
The Treaty of Versailles.
Oh my fucking god!
What are you doing?
Oh my god! We only ever had quite boring cereals.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh really? Yes. Like bran flakes. I like bran flakes. I ate Weetabix for a long time when I moved out. I just ate Weetabix every day. That was boring. But I do love Sugar Puffs.
Ooh, they're my mum's favourite. I always
They're
hate
not
them.
called Sugar Puffs anymore. They're called
Oh, you
like
can't say
honey,
honey.
honey monsters.
Honey
or something.
puffs. Oh, is it is that the
No,
problem?
it's the sugar bit is the problem.
Oh, right.
They don't-
Sugar daddies.
Puffed rice goods.
No, it's not the puff bit that's the bad. You didn't listen to a word I said. It's the sugar bit. Okay, so sugar mother. No.
Honey puffs.
Yes. I don't know what they're called now. They're not called Sugar Puffs anymore.
Puffy Ruffs.
I'm so fucking sick of this podcast.
This is the worst it's ever been.
It's really bad. I'm trying my hardest.
I blame the
okay?
tang.
Do you remember that Weetabix
Probably not.
spin-off?
Was it just in Yorkshire?
Yeah, it may have been. Where the advert was a really, really, really long lorry pulls up to this lay-by where there's a couple who've just like stopped their car, and along the lorry it says "not made from wheat, made from oats instead of Bix." And the guy goes, "What's that then?" And the driver goes, "Oh, it's a new cereal from Weetabix." And then his wife goes, "They should have called it Oatabix."
I do remember this advert.
Was the reaction about the same as that one?
Yeah, it was.
Everyone
yeah.
just went,
Well, I kind of went off on the wrong. The anecdote was going to be.
yes, please explain the
Well,
anecdote.
I ended up having to just describe the whole advert, which wasn't relevant. But the anecdote, this is. You just wait for this.
Fuck's sake, I'm just going to check my emails.
I go for it.
I remember the lorry pulling up with "not made from wheat, made from oats instead of Bix" written on it. And I remember being about like 10 years old and being like, I don't know why I thought this, but I was like, I bet the man is going to say, "What's that then?" And he did. And I was like, no way.
What's that then? Fucking Yorkshire thing. What's that then?
I was like, I bet that guy says, "What's that then?" And he goes, "What's that then?" I was like, no way. I'm a psychic. Anyway, that's my anecdote.
Was
about...
that the poster that was on your wall as a child?
Yeah, it was a still from
What's that then?
from the Oatabix advert.
Your dad made it for you when he heard you crying in the living room.
Yeah.
Because you were so fucking excited about this goddamn Oatabix advert.
What's that then? I knew he was going to say it, and he said it.
Just knew. You just
I knew
knew
it.
Do you think that anyone ever dresses as the Cookie Monster? Not the Cookie Monster, the Honey Monster.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's
Probably.
a sexy boy.
Oh, gosh,
And he's got to the
Mario.
point now where
pretty
Sugar Puffs
athletic.
have been named after him.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's true.
called Honey
You can't
Monster
say
now.
the word puff.
No, that's the reason.
Is that why?
No, we covered this before. You said that last time. Do you not remember?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's the sugar stuff. Thanks, European Union. Why don't we get? I want to go back to the 90s where kids were fat.
Yeah, when we were allowed to sell rice poofs and sugar queers.
God.
I'm being facetious.
Frosted gays. Community is a big part of the furry fat.
They can't,
Sorry.
we're not having that in. We're cutting that out. I'm just going to clap. We're not having that in. We cannot use that word. We can't put the word is a slur.
We'll bleep it. It is a slur, but I'm saying it's ironic.
Frosted it's fine.
That's way better.
Jesus. He snorted at his own joke there. It was good though.
What are we going to do? Now I'm confused about which parts we cut out and which parts
You
we
have to
leave in.
bleep and
Yeah.
yeah.
Basically, we say a lot of really horrible things that we know aren't going to get in, but we say it because we know they're not going to get in. It's not because we genuinely believe
It's
in what
irony.
we're
Oh, I
saying.
genuinely feel fucking... I mean, I'm allowed to say it, though, kind of. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all right. You've got to cut. You're a card-carrying member.
Yeah.
It's okay. Anyway, what were we saying? Community is a big part of the furry, and we're back in the room. Cocoa Pops drops approved by mum's slogan after complaints from fathers. The news comes after campaign group Justice for Fathers staged a protest at a branch of Asda in Peterborough over what they described as serial discrimination, but spelt like actual cereal, not as in
that's
several
amazing.
repeat
Very
offences
good.
of discrimination against dads on packaging.
Were they dressed as Batman, like
I
when they
don't
climbed
know.
Buckingham Palace?
Cocoa Pops has changed its approved by mums slogan after fathers complained it was sexist. Kellogg's, which makes Cocoa Pops, said it would swap the word mums to parents instead, in order to be more inclusive of fathers.
But that doesn't include the family budgie.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry.
Carers.
Or carers.
Improved recipe, loved by kids, approved by mums, is where it went.
Well, I think Fathers for Justice should change their name to Parents for Justice. to be
Yeah,
honest.
That's very true. What if mums want justice too?
Yeah.
So there you go. There's the new box. They have actually changed
There
it.
he is, Coco.
It says parents for justice. No,
Justice.
it says loved by kids, parents for justice. It does say loved by kids, approved by parents. So yes. And then it just goes on to talk about how much sugar they've cut out of the cereal
Loved
to
by
make it
kids.
less fun.
Hated by grown-ups.
Father of three, Matt O'Connor, said, "My son Archie is a fan of Cocoa Pops, but we were horrified when we brought a pack..." Horrified! Absolutely horrified. When we brought a pack recently, only to see it said it was approved by mums. Why are fathers like me excluded from brands like this? This is cereal discrimination by Kellogg's, who have dumped dads. Now we're going to dump Cocoa Pops.
It's like an ultimatum. It's like, fucking hell, man, just don't read the box. It's not that deep.
This father-free cereal sends a sexist, dangerous, and father-phobic message that
Fatherphobia.
dads... Wasn't that a TV show, Fatherphobia? He was just a very scared priest who lived...
Fatherphobia. Yeah.
That's what, when you're scared of things that are far away, fatherphobia.
Yeah, father-away phobia. That dads are irrelevant in the lives of their children. Now, to play devil's advocate, yes, of course, that is an absurd and ridiculous thing to get upset about, but at the same time, I kind of get it.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of
It
see...
is equality,
You
isn't
may
it?
as well make
really?
everything gender neutral. I agree with that.
But it is...
Horrifying.
I'm horrified. That's
It's that
so
whole thing
stupid.
of, you know...
Daddy, why have you bought mummy cereal?
Yeah, Yorkies only says only for small boys. Why are all the men buying
It's
it?
very easy to be, maybe slightly, well, not ridicule, but, to go, oh, that's a bit silly when it's like the male being victimized. But it's a lot of these things, you kind of think, like, well, if it's flipped the other way around, and it was, or if it always said approved, like some stereotypically, like some car grease or something, like approved by dads.
It's like male suicide rates are the highest because Cocoa Pops packets.
Because they were all so horrified. Oh my god. No, but I get it. Yes, it's a ridiculous, silly, stupid thing to get upset,
To get
be
horrified,
horrified
yeah.
about. But at the same time, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just approved by parents. That's fair. That's a fair thing.
Great.
It's time for Cereal Fight 2018.
Okay, which bracket has the pissy puffs in it? I'm sorry, the pissy
gays.
linears, the linears.
Oh
the
no!
linears.
See, I was in this process. I couldn't feasibly get every cereal.
No,
and
okay.
sugar linears are one that I couldn't
Honey.
get.
Not allowed to say sugar anymore.
Honey linears.
Yeah.
Sadly, did not make the cut.
Okay.
No.
But I think you'll agree that the 16 that are in here are
They're the best of the
the
best.
top 16. Cornflakes versus Cocoa Pops.
Oh,
I'm sorry, a lot of these are going to be UK brands as well, but we'll try and describe them in other words. So yeah, cornflakes or chocolate
God, see.
rice puffs.
I think they might have
So
Cocoa
you can't
Pops.
say that.
Shit, rice linears.
Linears, yeah, chocolate rice linears. I don't know, because I think Cocoa Pops
Yeah.
are incredible, and there is no other cereal that makes the leftover milk quite as
so
delicious
good.
as
Right.
Cocoa Pops.
Yeah.
However,
Oh.
cornflakes are,
They're
Good.
an institution.
and I have grown to like them more as an adult.
Just like a little bit of
than I
sugar
did
on
as
them
a
as well makes
child.
them so good.
And they stop young boys touching themselves.
They
Exactly.
do, Mr. Kellogg's.
Yeah.
Is that a total win for cornflakes in this?
I will side with you on this one, Peter.
Yeah?
because obviously you have no other,
Option.
no other bops here. Cornflakes, it is.
Frosties versus Special K.
Frosties.
Fair. That was a nice resounding yes.
Yeah, I'm not a bloated woman in a red swimming suit who wants to lose weight for the summer.
I like the... Oh, God.
You can
Only
have
women can
3
eat it.
bowls of this.
Yeah.
It doesn't fill you up, and that's why it's better for you.
You'll be hungry forever. I used to like the summer fruits version of Special K. Like
never
with
really had
dried
it.
like raspberries and stuff. It's really nice, but...
I've had the special
they're
K
not
bars.
great.
The
are they?
Frosties, yeah, do
No.
leave a nice sugary taste in the milk, which is ultimately
Well,
the
they're
best way.
not great then. Slimming.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
They're special okay.
Yeah.
Weetabix versus Rice Krispies.
Weetabix.
Oh,
Oh.
I think
Rice
Krispies.
You've got to...
The Snap Crackle Pop. The branding.
At this point, I don't think I can step in. I think it's for you two to resolve.
No, you have to.
What's that then?
What's that? Oh, you've got me. You've got me. That advert, the long lorry, the really comically long lorry. Yeah, it's Weetabix.
There we go.
Weetabix,
What's that then?
What's that then? Theoretically possible.
Semi-final now. Cornflakes versus Weetabix.
Cornflakes versus Weetabix. Oh my god.
What do we
What's
value
that
more?
then?
The long lorry with what's that then, or stopping good Christian boys from touching their sausages?
That's what it comes down to.
Those are pretty much the two cereals we had in our house growing up.
Yeah.
It's the Good Christian Boy cereal and the What's That Then cereal.
Also,
Oh, shit.
cornflakes has to get some sort of special prize for being the forerunner of all cereals. You know, it's the
absolutely.
it's the Adam and Eve.
Premier cereal.
Is it time to take it out to pasture though and shoot it in the head?
Possibly. It's long past it.
Is it Weetabix's time to shine, become the cereal?
Yeah.
What's that then? It's
And
Weetabix.
give birth to Otabix, the
Yes.
prodigy child.
Yes, Otabix, the one we're still eating to this day.
Yeah.
Frosties versus Golden Nuggets.
That's a difficult one. I think I'm going to have to go with Frosty.
Tony the Tiger, you just can't
He's
say
just
no.
the swimming badges used to get as a kid.
Oh my god, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, why was that allowed?
A tiger taught us to swim.
That's lobbying, folks.
Yeah, it
Definitely.
is actually, isn't
It's
it?
the
weird.
sugar cereal man. Go do some exercise so you can eat more of my sugar cereal.
All
Look
the
at me
badges you got on the towel.
I'm
Isn't that
jumping
lovely?
off a diving board in the advert to sort of loosely tie me to the swimming
Me,
badges.
Tony the Tiger, the land mammal.
He emerges from the water holding a bowl of cereal.
Yeah,
and eating
perfect.
Also,
Pristine. Yeah.
how have we not mentioned they're gonna taste great? They're gonna
Gonna
taste
taste great.
great. I can hear the sound of Frosties hitting my plate. Ben's just looking at us bewildered.
You don't know this one?
No.
With
What?
the South African kid who supposedly killed himself.
He
after-
allegedly killed
What
himself.
the fuck?
He didn't know. He didn't.
What a roller coaster ride.
It was
This-
an internet lie. Do
Okay.
you not know about this boy who enthusiastically sang a song in the advert about
Like, very much, they're gonna taste great.
and
Like,
was
it's an advert for
doing
it. Yeah.
like gang
No.
signs at the end, like
Oh,
waving his
Jesus.
arms around.
No, I don't think I saw this.
It just had all the words that rhyme with great. He was saying like, if you live in Oz, mate, or the Empire State.
It's a good advert. Yeah, like,
The production value was good. The transitions were pretty clever.
but I think for some reason everyone hounded on the star kid. Like, oh, this is the worst advert ever. You're so annoying.
Yeah, you're a gay lord. 'Cause that's what
Yeah.
people said back
Whoa.
then. Yeah.
Lord of the Gays.
Lord of them.
You have to fight pretty hard for that.
And for some reason, it was a schoolyard rumor that the kid killed himself after
Yeah.
all the online abuse. But I think, like a few years ago, someone tracked him down, just living in South Africa quite happily, doing his own thing.
No idea.
Frosties. It's got to be Frosties.
Weetabix versus Frosties.
I mean, at this point, I think I have to say Frosties.
Oh, really?
Because as much as I like,
love Frosties.
what's that then?
Ben's like, oh, shit.
As much as I enjoyed the What's That Then advert.
What's that then?
I've also enjoyed the Tony the Tiger adverts over the years.
Yeah, I do think Weetabix has the better adverts. It's just that is a good advert.
Also, you couldn't get a toy in Weetabix because it wasn't aimed at children, but I'm sure Frosties
And
must
they
have done.
really fucking filled that packaging.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
build houses out of those.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, like you.
Well,
like
until
that
it
package-
rains.
Yeah, and then just make sure you eat it quickly.
Oh god, a lumpy mess.
I bet you could build it out of Otabix, though. I bet that doesn't get soggy.
Yeah, I bet Otabix gives you some really solid bowel movements.
You could be building a house out of Otabix, and if a man walked past, he would say, "What's that then?"
What's that then? You say, wow, building a house.
It's
Is that possible? Yeah, theoretically possible.
Theoretically. It's a new house.
Frosties.
Peter.
Frosties.
So there we go. The official ranking of the cereals: first place Frosties, second place Weetabix, third place Cornflakes.
Oh my god.
Silly games.
The 50p game, let me tell you about that.
Oh, what?
What?
So this is something that my family actually do all literally play together.
Okay.
You have teams, and everyone has a go, where you have a little pot on the floor, tiny little bowl, and what you have to do is you get a 50p, and you're racing against someone against the other team, on the other team, and you both, with your trousers on,
What?
Right.
with your trousers on,
Yeah.
you pinch a 50 pence piece between your bottom,
Oh my god!
and you then have to shuffle from one end to the room,
Jesus
To the
Christ,
other.
Peter.
Let's
and-
play Stinky Penny.
yeah, and drop the stinky penny into
Why a
the
50p?
because you need a big old coin.
Yeah,
to,
I know, but that's one of the better coins.
Well, it could be. Maybe we should do the tuppence
You should
game.
do a tuppence, I think.
The two poops game.
The poop.
And because you're racing, it's like watching a pair of penguins, like because you're waddling but super quick, and we've got really good at it. And the other one is
what a fucking brag.
Yeah, well, the other one is also kind of borderline, a little bit weird, where you get a carrot, right?
Oh, don't put it up your arse.
No, you don't.
It's called bum carrot.
Yeah, you shove it up your ass, and then at the end of the day, you take it out again.
Oh, and then you serve it.
Yeah. No, you take a carrot, you tie it on a string, and then you tie the string around your waist, so you've got a carrot dangling between your legs. And then you have to squat over a tea light and put the tea light out with the carrot by squatting.
Who fucking invented it? Are you sure you're not? When you say family, are you in a fraternity?
I mean, yeah, it's all just like it's like that film Society, where at the end they all just turn into one big blob, and it's just like it's a big sort of blob orgy thing.
What a strange game.
The more you described the carrot game, I thought this is surely a joke. This is a joke, isn't it? It's not a joke.
No, it's real.
And say, guys, I've been honest with you. One of my traditions is a fake. Which one was it?
And this year, my parents have said we found some more parlour games. I hope you're looking forward to those.
God,
I think one of them actually that's been described to me. You get a lady's stocking. And in the end of it, I think there's like either a tennis ball or your Christmas orange or something. And then you put that in the very toe of the stocking, and then you put the stocking over your head. So you've got this giant dangling like head trunk.
Yeah.
And then you have to swing it. And I can't remember what you have to do when you swing it.
Oh, Peter, this is stupid.
You have to like knock something off.
These aren't real.
this is amazing.
You need to combine all these games, I think.
Yeah.
Into one super game.
You've got you tie a highly flammable material around your head, swing it around, and
Dip it into a tea light.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. You do have the curtains closed when you're doing this stuff, right?
Oh, we live in like the remote countryside. I think that's why we do it.
It's always weird out there in the deep country, isn't it? It's where they develop their own problems.
If you did it outside, people might legitimately think there's some sort of pagan festival going on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. My mum said she described the 50p game to someone recently, and she was like, "Oh yeah, so you get this 50p, you put it between your butt, and you drop it into a thing."
So is it a shared 50p between like all members of the family or multiple members?
Everybody brings a 50p
along to put in their arse. Yeah, no, I think there's
right.
several 50p's.
Okay.
But she was describing this to an old man she knows, and she's like, "Yeah," and then you like drop it into this pot, and he just sort of paused and he looked at her and he went, No, I don't think we'll be playing that on our Christmas Day. And she said, why not? It's a lot of fun. And he said, well, I mean, I've got my grandchildren there and people from all generations. We're not going to be walking around with our bums out. And she's like, no, you have your trousers on. You do have your trousers on. But to be fair, I don't think it makes that much of a difference.
Well, we've got this great family tradition. It's called the Christmas Day Fuck Fest.
Yeah.
You should really try it.
Everyone gets their knobs out.
Oh, no, I don't
And
think we'll
puts
be doing
out a
that.
tea light.
Well,
with
why not? Oh, because we're related and it's obscene and
Yeah.
stupid, isn't it, really? That's why.
We're not from Yorkshire. What are you talking about?
It's absurd. I'm just thinking of saggy granddad bum wrapping
come
around
on,
a
let's
50p
not.
coin.
He wouldn't have to clench. He could just walk normally.
Peter, I'd like to start off by offering an apology to you.
Oh.
What?
Because in the wake of the episode we did last week about your weird parlour games,
Oh, yeah.
we've been inundated with people who said that they do the same thing.
That's what they all play stinky 50p.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought you were apologising for putting me in the firing line of abuse, but you're apologising for saying that I'm wrong.
You're apologising for the rest of Britain who play these awful messed up games.
But I was actually hoping that you would. Right, so here's how this was going to go in my head. Okay,
Right.
You got to forgive me because I'm coming off the back of an illness.
I was
and
gonna
that
say-
means that I can do this stuff.
Sounding a bit sniffly.
A bit sniffly. Yeah. Yeah. That's actually a lie. That's not true at all. No, nobody said that.
Oh, some people messaged me. That's why I
I
did get
bet they
it.
did.
Oh,
Show
okay.
us the messages.
I got like
Because
two.
what I was hoping you were going to say was, "Oh, really?" And then I'd say, "No, you madman," because you're weird games. But you went, "Oh,
Oh.
that's okay," and that immediately sort of ruined what I was
Well,
going
yeah,
for.
because I've had I'm not saying loads of people, but I think like 2 people have messaged me saying, "Oh, we play the same
Right.
game."
Was that
Oh,
your
so
uncle
they
and your
can-
grandma?
yeah, are they relatives? Or...
Yeah. No, yeah, I saw like two. I think one was like a comment on the video, and one was someone tweeted me. So that I wasn't able to play into your excellent
My web of lies.
your excellent web of lies there. I'm sorry to sort of stop your excellent humour in its tracks there.
That's fine.
Should we go again? Do you want to just do it all again?
Yeah, well,
pretend.
Would you mind?
Yeah,
Because I was thought of that earlier, and I thought, that would be so fucking good,
yeah, it will be.
and it just didn't work. so-
Everyone, just forget that. And
Okay,
okay.
right. Peter, I'd like to start by offering you an apology.
Why, Ben Potter?
Because in the wake of the last podcast where you spoke about those funny and fanciful parlour games that you and your
Yes.
family play at Christmas, we've been inundated with people who've said that they do the same thing.
What? Really?
Of course not, you crazy man. The thing that you said last week is still too far-fetched for most people.
Oh, you got me there.
Oh, Ben,
Oh,
what a card you are.
Played right into your hands.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. I needed this.
Played right into your arse like that stinky 50 pence.
Jungle Cub.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Jungle Cub.
Jungle Cuck. Did you just say?
Yeah, Jungle Cook.
Jungle Cuck.
The Jungle Cook.
Welcome to Jungle Cuck,
Yeah,
where everybody has to cook a dish as fast as they can.
Jungle Cook.
Yes, Jungle Cuck.
Where Mowgli he watches his girlfriend have sex with Baloo.
You got a cuckold a dish of food.
That's a whole nother level. That's not just cuckolding. That's bestiality.
Cooked. Imagine getting cooked, not even by a human being. You're that bad as
Come
a
on.
lover
Come on.
that your wife chooses someone else, something else.
No, stop it.
A fridge.
Podcook.
Podcook, yeah. That's my new podcast service, Podcook.
Podcook. What services does Podcook offer?
Just with, like, you get 5 minutes into a podcast, just takes it away from you.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
And it says you like that, don't you?
Yeah, you bitch.
You come home from work and your wife is listening to a much bigger, better podcast than you.
Good.
Oh dear. Okay. Strayed again.
Yeah.
Into like just
2
laying
minutes.
it, just laying it
the
right
literal
out there.
sense. Yeah.
Punmanship and actual definition of cuckoldry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter Austin.
There's something I don't do it with anything else, but whenever someone says "cuck," I say, "Yeah, someone's going to have sex with our wives." I don't know why.
It's worth saying, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it's secretly something that you might want.
yeah, it's a thing.
I don't think it's a secret at this point, is it?
No, it can't be.
No,
Right?
I watch
been said to
cuck
me.
porn, but only if everyone involved is actually dressed as a cuckoo as well at the same time.
God, that's another layer.
Yeah.
What a kink that you got there.
A cuck kink.
Stop talking about cucks now. Too many cucks.
Too many cucks. Takes a lot to make a stew, especially when someone's fucking your wife.
No, you can stop.
That's enough.
Stop.
That's the end.
Yeah, I think it finishes with a boo cake, right? Usually.
Yeah, a big old cake of books.
Massive buck.